All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I'm Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today, I want to talk about Cleanspark, stock ticker CLSK. They're a Bitcoin mining company. They put out their first quarter 2023 financial results. So I want to go through those financial results. I want to go through their operational results, and I want to talk about some of the things this company is doing right, but some of the things I also think they need to work on and do for the rest of the year in order to maybe get where they're going. Cleanspark's trading around $4.21. We're in the middle of the trading day. I don't know where it's going to end. Everything's a little bit in the red today. That leaves Cleanspark at a market cap of about $477 million. This market cap's gone up quite a bit this year. They've done an awful lot of stock dilution. We're going to talk about that. If they're going to do this level of dilution, they need to execute their plan. It's a very aggressive plan. So far in the past, this is a company that has done what they say they were going to do. So I have no reason to believe that they're not going to, but we do need to see over the next 7 months for the rest of 2023, they have very high expectations. So on a monthly basis, as we take a close look at this, they're going to need to stay on plan to get where they're going. As an aside, YouTube revenue is way down in 2023. So if you want to help support this channel and help me continue to do this on a daily basis, you can become a member of the channel for just $5. We've tried to keep the price very reasonable. So you can hit the join button right next to the subscribe button on the YouTube page. There's a bunch of videos that are for members only that are there ready and waiting for you. In addition to that, we have a once a week members only live stream every Tuesday after the market closes. Also, we have a members only Discord that I'm active in on a daily basis. So thanks so much to all of our existing members and welcome to any new members. Here's their press release for their Q1 results. Second quarter revenue of $42.5 million, GAAP net loss of $18.5 million, and adjusted EBITDA of $12.7 million. So for those of you who follow the channel, you'll know there's three things that I've said companies need to strive for before the halving. The first is to be cash flow positive from operations. The second for these Bitcoin mining companies is to have positive EBITDA. And then the third would be to have positive GAAP net income. So we're going to see Cleanspark has now done two of these three things. So they are moving in the right direction. I'm just going to quickly go right to their financial statements. I want to go to the statement of cash flows because this is the second objective that they've achieved out of my three objectives that I think these companies need to achieve before the halving. So here's the statement of cash flows. Net cash provided by operating activities, $11.8 million. So this is a cash flow positive company. This is a company that's looking to get from 6 to 16 exahash this year. So that's what this year is going to be all about. They need to have measured growth. They do have a good track record, but they have a long way to go. So being cash flow positive, having this almost $12 million to put towards buying new machines and getting the facilities up and running to get from 6 to 16 exahash, and they're at about 6.7 exahash right now. They've already purchase ordered and put deposits down on all the machines that they need to get to 16.7 exahash. So now this is going to be about execution for the rest of the year. So we're positive EBITDA, we're positive cash flow from operations, not yet positive net income. So that's the last piece of the puzzle, and it may take till the end of the year to get there, but I expect them to get there as well. With Washington expected to be fully operational next month, and with Sanderville land already graded and ready to start construction. Importantly, we've acquired 99% of the machines either under contract or in transit to fill these facilities. So they've got the machines covered, they're working on the facilities. So this is the execution that they have to have for the next basically 7 months to get where they're going. And it is a big challenge. The addition of these machines into our fleet, most of which are Bitmain XPs, are expected to make us one of the most efficient miners on the network, positioning us to take optimal advantage of halving next year. So I'll just show you this press release that they put out on April 11th. Cleanspark to double its Bitcoin mining capacity with a $144.9 million expansion deal. They bought, you'll see down here, 45,000 brand new S19 XPs. So those are the latest and greatest. Those are the most energy efficient. That's over 6 exahash of the new high efficiency machines. So this will help their cost per coin for sure. They're already very competitive on a cost per coin basis. So if we look at all the companies, this is a chart of all the companies that have reported the period ended March 31st. This is their cost per coin. So you're going to see Cleanspark is here at $11,800. So that is very, very competitive. They're not the absolute leader, but they are at a very good spot. This $11,000 to $13,000 range, I think, is the sweet spot. Obviously, those companies that are better than that are making even more gross profit, but this is a good this is a good, highly profitable place at Bitcoin 27,000, and we've been between about 26,000 and 31,000 for months and months now. With CleanSpark able to keep their cost under $12,000 per coin, this is what's allowing them to be cash flow positive from operations and help fund all of this growth that they need. You'll see that they did go, this is a comparison of December 31st cost per coin to March 31st, 2023 cost per coin. And you're going to see for CleanSpark, they actually reduced their cost per coin. So there's a chance that they can continue to do that with 6 exahash of their new fleet being more efficient machines than they currently have. That's going to help this company stay efficient and stay competitive. The financial statements take you through March 31st. Let's take a look at their April 2023 update and just a few quick items. CleanSpark releases April 2023 Bitcoin mining update. The company mined 524 Bitcoin in April. If we look at a chart of all the Bitcoin miners that are publicly traded in North America, you're going to see that ranks as third place at 524. So only Riot and Marathon are ahead of them. I expect them to maintain third place. It looks to me like they're going to get somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 Bitcoin mined in the month of May. So that should still leave them solidly in third place. So it was their goal a year and a half ago to be a top 5 Bitcoin miner. They have clearly now established themselves, in my opinion, as a top 3 Bitcoin miner. But they do have a lot of work ahead of them to maintain that position for the rest of the year. So the other thing I wanted to point out in this press release is you'll see under April Bitcoin mining updates, they have some bullet points. And this one is the one I want to talk about. Currently deployed fleet of about 67,700 latest generation Bitcoin miners with a hash rate of 6.7 exahash. So if I go all the way back to their January press release, their January bullet points say currently deploying a fleet of 66,000 latest generation Bitcoin miners with a hash rate of 6.6 exahash. So this year they've really only added 0.1 exahash so far. I'm really going to be keeping my eye on this, and this is going to be about whether they succeed or not. If they can get to this 16 exahash before the end of the year, they talk about getting there potentially by September. I'm just looking at having them get there by the end of the year. If they can get to 16 exahash by the end of this year, they will have accomplished all of their goals, in my opinion. And if they can do so and maintain positive EBITDA and potentially by then positive GAAP earnings, then to me this year will have been another giant success. On the flip side, they are using all of their cash and they continue to dilute the stock in order to accomplish this goal. So they really need to justify that by getting to these benchmarks. So whereas if they get there, I think they're in very great shape, and I think it will be money well spent and dilution well spent, in my opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. You guys need to decide how you feel about this stock. But if they fall short of that, if they fall off of their timeline, then this stock could potentially suffer this year, because you can see that this comes at a cost. Growth always comes at a cost. So we can't complain about the cost, but what we need to see is that the growth actually occurs. Just to take a quick look at their balance sheet, as of March 31st, their stockholders' equity was $473 million. So that's basically their book value. If we go back and compare, right now they're trading at $477 million market cap. So they're almost exactly at a 1-to-1 book value to market cap ratio. That's very low. So although 477 million might seem like a lot compared to some of their competitors, that is right at their book value. And a lot of these Bitcoin miners are trading at double their book value or more. So I do think they're in good shape from that standpoint. Okay, so just to take a look, as of September 30th, 2022, they had about 55.6 million shares. At December 31st, they had about 71.7 million shares outstanding. So since then, which was the previous quarter reported, you'll see shares issued under the equity offering, net of offering costs, 22,580,000 shares were issued this quarter. That gets them up to 96.9 million shares. In addition to that, in footnote 15, you're going to see subsequent events. From April 1st, 2023 through the date of this filing, which was May 10th, the company issued another 15.5 million shares at the market offering. This is what I talked about. They are continuing to do dilution. Now, they just bought 65,000 Bitcoin mining machines, and they are growing their facilities in order to be able to store all these machines and have them operational. So we know what they're doing with their money. This has been their plan all along, but it's worth noting that this is what's happening to the company. They are diluting and using their cash to get to where they're going. But again, we just looked at their book value versus their market cap, and I think those are basically 1-to-1. So to me, they're on pace still. They're on course, and they're doing the right thing if they can continue to execute. Okay, lastly, I don't want to spend too much time looking at their chart. I did do a deep dive on these guys a couple of weeks ago. You can check that video out. But I just want to take a look. not from their all-time high, but from their peak in November of 2021 when Bitcoin hit its all-time high. CleanSpark was trading at around $23.60. Now, they were a stock that was over $40 prior to that. I ignore that period of time. They were not yet really even a Bitcoin mining company at that time, and there was a big bubble in the small cap high growth stocks. But even if I start from their highs back in November of 2021, the stock's down 82%. So that is fairly consistent with its peers. The entire Bitcoin mining industry got taken out in a big way. All of these were down more than 90%. Every single publicly traded Bitcoin mining company in North America at the beginning of this year was down over 90% from their highs from November of 2021. So they're still down 82%. Back in August of 2022, CleanSpark was trading at around $6.84, so just under $7. That's when Bitcoin rallied up to $25,000. So Bitcoin went below $25,000 for most of the period in between until February of 2023. So we're now at about $26,000. We've been trading between $26,000 and $31,000. So Bitcoin is currently higher than it was at that time. But from where CleanSpark is trading today, just to get back to where it was in August of 22, the last time Bitcoin was at $25,000, that would be a 63% increase in the price of this stock. I think that's a very realistic price target. They are looking to get to 16 exahash. So I think as the months go on, if they start to show that they're on track for that, I do think there's the potential for this stock to get much, much higher than this. I want to reiterate, this is not financial advice. These are my personal price targets, so please do your own due diligence. These are extremely volatile stocks. CleanSpark and all the Bitcoin mining stocks have massive volatility. You'll see on the flip side, if they do not execute or if Bitcoin takes a downturn and starts to retest its lows, there's about a 58% move to the downside to just retest their lows from December. So as always, a lot of upside and downside potential to these stocks. So please be very careful. That's what's going on with CleanSpark. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and hit the notification bell. I want to thank everybody again for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.